G'day everyone, it's Alan here from FishingMad. Now in this video I'm going to walk you through a step-by-step guide on how to create your own DIY Paternoster rig just like this. Now this is an awesome rig. It's become my go-to choice when fishing with bait, targeting species like flathead and picky snapper. It's pretty easy to create, it is low cost, and it's very, very effective. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. There's lots of helpful fishing content, and let's get started. Now let me run you through the list of materials that you're going to need to create this Paternoster rig. And for starters, you're going to need 2 hooks in either size 2.0 or 3.0. Now there's a few ways that you can go here. You can go with your standard long shank or bait keeper hook like that. You can go with circle hooks just like that. Or you can go out and buy these pre-made hooks which have all of the flashing and attractant already done for you, and these work really well, so we're going to use these in our rig today. I also like 2 UV lumo beads, again just to add some color and attractant. You're going to need 1 meter length of fluorocarbon leader. I've got 20 pound, however if you feel the need to go up to 30 or 40 pound, then feel free to do so. Also going to need a barrel swivel. I've got ones there with a breaking strain of 65 pound. And you'll also need some bomb sinkers, which is how you're going to get your baits down to the bottom, and you can pick and choose the size of your sinker depending on the depth and the current that you're fishing. Okay, now to start off, the very first step is grab your fluorocarbon leader and cut a length about 1 meter long. And for me, that's about a full arm span. Grab your scissors and trim. Now we're going to create a simple dropper loop which is going to allow you to attach and change your sinkers very quickly. To do that, grab the end of your fishing line and just fold over a length about 20 centimeters long, just like that. Then from there what you're going to do is create a circle, and then you're going to take this part here and just feed it through that circle twice. So once and twice. And at this stage what you're going to do is just tighten that, then simply trim the tag. So pinch the end of that little dropper loop, grab your bomb sinker which has got that part there and just simply thread it through. Take that through, and then now you can just have that sinker attached by putting it through and tightening up. Now the beautiful thing about these is if you want to change your sinker, all you've got to do is thread that back through the line, take it out, and again, it's so easy to chop and change sinkers, but we're going to keep this sinker on and make sure that's on nice and tight. So now that our sinker is attached, we get to the tricky part, which is creating the 2 dropper loops. And what that is 2 lines feeding off that main area that will allow you to have 2 baits suspended at different heights. Let me run you through how we do this. You want to grab your line and move about 20 centimeters up, about up the line from there. And from here, what you want to do is create another circle. Okay, so we're going to create a reasonable size circle like that. So at this point, what you want to do is kind of hold the circle with your fingers like that. And you want to be able to create it so you get this hole that opens up. The trick here is that you need to spin this circle about 4 times. Okay, so 1, 2, okay, again, spin it. Right, and what you've ended up is with this. So what you need to do now is to take this top part of the circle and thread it through this little circle. So we will just take that through the circle like that. Okay. And we're going to end up with this kind of funny looking shape like this, but if you keep pulling that through nice and tight now, okay, and then you also want to pull it nice and tight on this side as well, and that should just tighten up really nicely. So you end up with this really nice dropper loop. So what you can do at this point now is you want to pinch the end of these dropper loop. Okay, make it really nice and thin. And so what you want to do now is grab one of the lumo beads and just thread that through like that. Okay, and you also want to grab one of your hooks. Okay, so we're going to use one of these flashy hooks now. And again, we're just going to pinch that right down and thread that through the eye of the hook. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to open that up and we're going to thread the hook all the way through. Okay, and then just tighten. Okay, make sure that's nice and tight and locked into place. Now what I like to do at this stage is I actually like to get that lumo bead and push it right down so it actually goes over the eye of the hook. So the whole thing looks like that, which is absolutely perfect. So that's our first one done. So again, what we're going to do is grab your line, and again we're going to move about 20 centimeters down, enough so you know those two hooks aren't going to get tangled. Again, what you want to do here is create a reasonable size circle, okay, just like that. And again, what you want to do is kind of pinch it like that so you can get a circle like that. And then again, what we want to do is just twist this circle around about 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And again, what we're going to do is we're going to thread this top circle through the loop. Alright, and we're going to end up with this shape here. And if we just keep pulling on that, a really nice dropper loop like that. Again, what we're going to do is we're just going to pinch the end of that and make it nice and thin. And we're going to put our lumo bead on. And then keep that pinched, and we're going to put our second hook on. Just like that. Again, what we're going to do is bring it in all the way, enough so we can thread the hook and all the feathers and flashing and everything through. And then we're going to tighten. Okay, so there is our second one. And again, like we did for the first one, we just get that lumo bead all the way up, kind of cover the eye so it just sits there. So that is our second hook done. And finally, we'll finish this rig by tying on a barrel swivel using a simple uni knot. Thread that through the eye of the swivel. Okay, we're going to create a little V, and then we're going to turn that V into a circle. And then what we're going to do is we're going to thread the top of that line through that circle about 6 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then at this point, we're going to just tighten. Okay, and then pull it up all the way. And there is your uni knot connecting that all together. All that's left to do is grab your scissors and trim away that tag. And that's it, we're all done other than tying this to the main line of the rod that you're going to fish with. And that is my take on what I think is a pretty awesome Paternoster rig. So what we have is we've got our dropper loop, and attached in there is a bomb sinker that we can attach and detach pretty easily. Then moving up the line, we've got our first dropper loop with that pretty flashing looking hook and lumo bead. Moving up again to the second hook, again, which has got that flashy hook and the lumo bead, and then finished off with a barrel swivel. The beauty about these rigs is you've got 2 baits suspending at different heights, and it is a really awesome rig for targeting flathead and picky snapper and a heap of other fish species as well. Anyway guys, I hope you found this helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. There's heaps of other helpful fishing content and fishing adventures. And until next time, good fishing everyone.